today, got me a buddy of mine. He has a little Honda Civic, and the hood was replaced, so it's primered. And then, if you could look right here, all the clear coat and everything's peeling off. It's pretty clean little car, and so anyhow, I'm just gonna kind of help him out and paint it for him. So anyhow, I thought I'd make a video. I have another video that I made a long time ago that I've never uploaded, and that was major restoration work on a Honda Civic. It was a little hatchback, and I replaced the quarter panels and painted it and did a bunch of other little things to it. But I might put some pictures before and after that, just kind of show, that little bit of a process, and I'll eventually upload the video. But there's not too much body work that needs done. There's a little bitty dent. Well, you can see right there, there's like a little bit of a crease. And I mean, honestly, there's a few little dings and stuff like that. We're not going to worry about that today. Basically, we're just going to sand all the clear coat. I already kind of sanded a little bit right here. But I love this little sander right here. You can do it by hand, but it'll just take you forever. I have 180 grit on there, which is kind of, a little bit intense, but I'm just going to hit it with that, with the 180, then a quick thing at 220, then probably 320 and 600 depending on, and then go ahead and mask it all off and do that. But I'll show you a little bit of the process. So right here, look at that. Rust! Got all kinds of rust right there. That's actually not bad, but I'll probably just end up sanding that down to the good metal, using some of that rust primer on it, and then going over it. Back here beneath the rice tails, we have another little spot right there of rust. And anyhow, so like I said, this is just going to be kind of a quick job. So I mean, we're not worried about show quality finish and stuff like that. But I mean, if you ever wanted to paint your Civic in your driveway, or any car in your driveway, you could, probably after watching this video. So I recommend that you wear a breathing apparatus. You can see I got this one right here, and this was just the particle filter for all the dust and stuff. So that's pretty much it. So here we go. So basically, what I'm trying to do here along the whole car, this all right here looked like, here, let me turn off the light, see if that makes better. Alright, anyhow, this all right here looked exactly like that did right there, and that's all peeling, chipping, just kind of shitty looking clear coat. So basically what you need to do is you need to blend that in and feather it so it all kind of looks like that, So it's basically nice smooth transitions, so like right there, that's actually, you can see it's still shiny right in there. So basically what you want to do is kind of make it look like there, how it's blended. Right here is bad clear coat, and then I kind of feathered it back. I'm basically hitting it with everything with 180 just because it takes it down a lot faster than like 220 or 320 or whatever that you would normally use. So I'm doing that on the clear spot. So basically what you do is you just get right here with your sander or whatever you're using, block sander. I mean, that takes forever. I love this thing, but getting into the primer. That's basically what you want to do, is you want to really feather that. Basically right here we just feathered all that stuff down. See right there where it's still showing. Feather that all down so it's nice and smooth, so it's an even transition. With the flaky clear coat, basically, and honestly you can't really buff out fading clear coat like that. You basically definitely need to sand it up here. I sanded it all quite a bit away, but if you look right there, I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's like a lip right there, and if you paint over that, you'll see this pattern in your paint. So you need to make sure you have nothing that looks like that. You need to have nice smooth transitions. Kind of like right here. That's right here. So like right there, we have that, and it fades a little bit, and it's not even good enough yet. I'm going to go over it with different grit. Probably going to show you a little bit of body filler right here. You can see how that's really shiny in there. I just kind of ran the sander over it a little bit, and you can see basically where it all went in. If you look right there, that's showing metal, so that means that's a high spot. So I'm going to have to get my hammer out, and I'm just going to hammer that in really nice, really easy. I'll probably get on the inside of the door panel and push out as much of this as I can, just so we have to use a little bit less filler on it. And right here, looks like somebody went, kind of gouged that with something running up next to it. I don't know what that was, but anyhow, it's pretty scraped right there. So basically what I do with all my Bondo, or my body filler, no matter what, because it's a mechanical bond, it's not it's not chemically bonded, to the surface. So basically, like right here in that little area where I'm going to put the Bondo, you just scuff it up really good. And usually I have this off the block, but I'm just kind of showing you now. And put really deep scratches across this hole, wherever you're going to have the Bondo, so that it sticks really good right in those crevices and stuff like that. And usually I feather it out a little bit. And most of the time I just go over this whole area, just so I know the Bondo is going to stick real good. And I'll kind of show a little bit of applying that. Right here I'll probably do a little bit right there, because there's a little gouge. Back here's that rust spot. You could tell it's kind of going through, but basically just leveling it out, getting it below the surface, so when I put filler over it, it'll hide all them gouges or whatever. And that's it kind of for preparation. I'm going to get some of that rust performer, that rust converter, and go over that. Let that dry for a little bit before I apply a little bit of filler over it, just so the filler doesn't crack later on in life. And so that's pretty much it. So need to get back to sanding.
Okay, so friggin'
Well, we're just mixing up some Bondo right now. It's just kind of been sitting for a little bit, so I'm fixing it up a bit.
You're right in the light.
There's actually a little bit too much card now. That's kind of how much it's going to take. I'll just add a little bit more over the top. Just kind of a It's already starting to harden up a bit on this. Come on this side. Come on this side. And that's about it for the Bondo. This stuff's already starting to harden up a bit, but probably, like I said, about 15 minutes or so. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's kind of what the Bondo looks like after she's done dried. So basically I'm just kind of going to touch it with 80 grit, sand all this little stuff and kind of level it out a bit. Like I said, I'm not going for perfection on this. I mean, if I wanted a perfect car, I'd have to spend, you know, probably a good 8 hours or so on the whole car body, Bondo, sanding, all that crazy stuff. But like I said, this is just a quick quick job. Just try to in and out, get her done, you know, make her look a lot prettier than she was. So really wasn't even gonna fix any of the dents, but I figured while I was here I might as well, and it wouldn't take me too much longer. This was just kind of like a, I don't know what it was, big hole, so we just kind of filled that up. But here got all the Bondo and stuff, and so basically I'm just gonna kind of hit it with the 80 and go from there. So alright, so basically here's kind of, I guess, the levelness of the Bondo. Can't really pick too much of it up on the camera, but I blocked that all right there. That came out pretty smooth. There's still a little bit of a dimple. There's a little high spot right there. Right there, you can see we had a little bit of a, you can see here's the sanded Bondo and there's the unsanded Bondo there as well, which means we have a low spot. Right there's good. Back over here, that came out pretty good, and that's about it. So I'm going to throw another light little coat over here. I found another little dimple right there that needs to be filled in, so I'm going to do that, and a few little spots. So, alright, well, I got another little coat of the body filler over the spots where she matters. Right down there, right there. A little bit right there's a little dent I didn't see, another little dent I didn't see. A few little places I'm just kind of smoothing out, just, you know, there's a little bit of a ripple there. Anyhow, the sun's starting to come up over the Motion Auto TV residence, and anyhow, it's what time is it? It's 5:14 in the morning. Sorry if it looks like I'm filming with a potato. Anyhow, I figure while I'm out here waiting for the Bondo to dry, I picked me up this jet ski. I think it was 2 days ago. It's a 99 Yamaha Wave Runner. It's a GP 1200, and pretty clean. I mean, it's fairly clean. I mean, it runs good. Took me and the old lady took it out the day after I got it, and runs strong. 1200, gets up and goes. It's a triple, two-stroke. Has 190 hours on it. Fires right up, purrs like a kitten. I mean, got lots of power and stuff like that, so it's pretty fun. It's about the third or fourth jet ski I've had. I've had 2 sit-downs, 1 stand-up, and this will be my third stand-up, so that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll make a video about it when I go out to the lake, but we'll see. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just taking this red Scotch-Brite. Up here around the trim, I'm just kind of pressing my finger into it, going around all the little edges and stuff, just giving them a little bit of a tooth so the paint will stick to it. Basically just going all over the little stuff right here in the door handles. Just basically scuffing those a little bit. Basically just giving something to so the paint will adhere to it. And there should be plenty. And then right here on this this black trim, basically doing the same thing, just hitting it, getting in all the little cracks and crevices and stuff like that. Basically just going around the whole car, anything that's shiny where the sander couldn't get to, or basically just scuffing up this whole piece of trim right now. Gonna get like the bottom, the side skirts, and underneath here, and up underneath the fender well or whatever, all in the door handles, all the little trim, all the like the edges and stuff like that. Just little stuff where really don't think you'd pay attention to sanding it. I just kind of make sure, double check. Round little crevices of the bumper, basically right here. This bumper's been painted before, and you could tell really good right here because it's all chipping. All the black that they put on basically chipped right in here on the silver because they didn't scuff it at all. Basically I don't want that to happen, so I'm just kind of going around all the edges and stuff, just kind of scuffing it up lightly, just giving it a little bit of a tooth. And like I said, paint, mechanical bond, so it definitely has to have something to stick to. Anything shiny it won't stick to at all, so it's got to be dull. Just kind of scuff it up. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to lay down some primer. Got the whole thing sanded. I hit it with 220, then 320, then 400. But there's still a few little deep sand scratches, so I'm going to have to throw some primer on it. Got it all masked off, got the wheels covered up, wiped it off with alcohol. That stuff right there. And then I'm getting ready to load this into the gun. Basically for my primer, I'm going to use one of those cheap Harbor Freight ones, and it seems to work pretty good for primer, but I don't like laying out base coat. I got my, let's see, this is the organic vapor cartridge on here, and I just bought this mask, so it's a lot better than my old one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some paint. So. Well, we got the Civic kind of halfway in primer. I didn't, feel like completely primering the whole thing. Like right here up on the front, we had lots of little sand scratches and stuff that I needed to fill in. Back here, there wasn't really any. Up on the roof, there was no sand scratches, so I really didn't worry about that. Back here, where I did the Mr. Bondo. The light would turn on, I guess, since somebody unplugged it. Anyhow, where I did Mr. Bondo time, there were a little bit of sand scratches there, so I went ahead and filled those in. And right now, just kind of getting ready to go over the whole thing. I'm probably going to lay down a little bit of guide coat, which I need to go back inside and get. And then, just kind of so I make sure I can get all the scratches out of it. So. Basically, we got ourselves some guide coat. I love this stuff. Pretty much. Basically, you go over the whole thing. It's kind of a light misty coat like that. Just barely anything at all. And basically it shows all your little imperfections when you sand, which is nice to know. Basically tells you if you need to sand it more or not. So you can run around the whole car on the spots that I care about and kind of give it the guide coat. Especially when you do body work, it's always nice to see exactly what's going on, you know. So that's pretty much it for guide coat. So just gonna kind of run around it, and right here you'll definitely be able to see sand scratches. Show you why the magical guide coat is needed. So that's pretty much it for guide coat. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, yeah, right there, that's a kind of like a little squiggly line on the hood. Basically, that's what your filler or your guide coat does, is it shows you little stuff like that so you know to sand it away. So now we're not going to have a sand scratch right there. You see right here, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but there's the same thing. Let's see. It's right in there. You kind of see it, but it basically shows you where all your stuff is. So that's basically what I'm gonna go do to the whole car. Just kind of sand all the primer, and then it should be pretty much ready for paint. All right, so basically now, just need to walk around the car. I blew it off outside. You can see it's been sitting in here about 20 minutes or so. I went in and had some dinner. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now, which kind of sucks because basically I'm just wiping it off with a microfiber, and that just gets all the extra dust and stuff off of it. So basically need to go across the whole thing and make sure everything's good. But that's about it right now. One of my concerns is dealing with all these damn bugs just flying around everywhere. They usually go to bed at like 5 in the morning, but I don't know if I want to wait till then, so maybe I'll just have to sand them out. Alright, well, I'm just getting ready to mix up some base coat. The NBC stuff. This is Grada Black Mica, whatever the shit that is. Anyhow, so I'm just mixing this basically 1-to-1. The base with the reducer. So I got the medium reducer, so it shouldn't dry too fast. The gun I'm going to be using today is actually a SATA Jet. It's the NR 2000. Pretty decent setup. And I got the Sharp A regulator and kind of this little bendable thing and a little filter, and then connected onto the end. So works pretty good. I've been using it for a while, and never really let me down. This is actually the first time I've used this gun in a long time. So And there's the 1-to-1 marker. Basically, I fill that up to 4, and then I fill that up to 4. And that's where it just makes it simple. Like, it's easy to do the other way, but. I have my mask on. Yeah. Yeah, when you're mixing paint, you definitely don't want to smell it. I can't smell anything right now, so that's good. Basically, once that's mixed up, grab myself a filter. And put that in there. And that cup is pretty big. There's a lot of paint in there right now, so it definitely gives you a workout when you're painting. So, basically, the gun's loaded. So basically, this is kind of the first coat. Let's see. A few little things got in the paint, dust, dirt, stuff like that. Looks like I'm going to have quite a bit of sand scratches in it. Hopefully they fill in, but they probably won't. So we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of how she looks for now. These damn bags came off, so those are worthless. I'm going to get different bags. So. So this is pretty much after the second coat. Get a real extra thick coat right here on the hood, basically just because there's a lot of sand scratches that I probably should have primered over a little bit better and sanded out, but I didn't. So basically just waiting for that to dry a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing the clear coat. So I'm just doing a quick walk around. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright, so this is the first coat after the clear, the first coat of clear. Came out pretty good. There's a lot of stuff in the hood, which sucks. Because the rest of the car looks pretty good, except for the hood, and the hood's like the most important part. Alright, so here's the finished product. I only did 2 coats of clear coat, because I got 2 pretty decent coats on there. But, it looks pretty good. Pretty much all the sand scratches and everything was filled, which is what I was looking for. There's a lot of little curly cues and little pigtails and stuff in there. I mean, they still might pop up if it dries. So, but overall, turned out really, pretty decent. I mean, a hell of a lot better than what it was. That piece right there is about my favorite. It just looks the smoothest and doesn't really look like any bugs or dust got in that spot, unlike the rest of the car. So I might cut and buff it, I might not. Look, you can see me in there. Oh, that's nice. And but anyhow, that's pretty much it. Need to remove all the masking and stuff like that. I'll probably wait a little bit until it tacks up a little bit more, because a lot of times when you pull up the masking, a little bit of dust from when I sanded will fall down on the thing. Looks like I got some nice overspray on that window right there. That piece of masking popped up, but overall I'm pretty pleased with it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how you paint a car. If I'm not too too specific on everything. If you guys want to leave a comment and ask questions and all that stuff, be my guest, and I'll try to answer. But if you need any more specifics, I'll make more videos. But if you can, go ahead and like it, thumbs it up, and share, and all that stuff. Just kind of helps get my name out there, and hopefully one of these days I'll be a little bit more popular on YouTube. So, but as for now, that's pretty much how she sits. I'll probably do a walk around during the day, and then before and after pictures as well. So, the wildlife. This is basically how she turned out. Pretty good. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the paint. Got a pretty dusty right now. It's been sitting outside for a day or so. But well, it's pretty shiny. Need to get rid of the tail lights. A few other little things is what he's gonna get. Next few things, but yeah, overall it came out really good. See how dusty it is right there, but yeah, pretty good looking car. So overall it's pretty clean, but like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to shoot me a message or write a comment or whatever, and I should get back to most of them. We're usually pretty good about reading all those, and if you'd like to see more, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, that's about it.